other side of tired, on the other side of that exhaustion, is your breakthrough. That's where you find the version of you that doesn't make excuses, doesn't give up, doesn't fold under pressure. That's where you meet the person you were meant to be. So, yeah, you're tired. Good. That's proof you're in the game. That's proof you're still swinging. That's proof you're not finished yet. Keep going. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. Because tired isn't the end. It's the beginning of something greater. Pain is proof you're in the right place. If you're feeling it, if you're tired, if your body is screaming and your mind is fighting you, that's not a sign to quit. That's the confirmation that you're exactly where you need to be. Because comfort doesn't create growth. Ease doesn't make warriors. If it doesn't hurt, it's not helping you. You can't rise without resistance. You can't become strong without strain. Every ounce of pain you feel right now is a signal that you're pushing past the limits that once held you back. You've got to stop looking at pain as punishment and start seeing it as progress. Most people run from pain because they think it's a sign something's wrong. But pain is the teacher. Pain is the coach. Pain is the process molding you into something greater. Every drop of sweat, every sore muscle, every mental breakdown that you fight your way through. That's your foundation being built brick by brick. You don't become powerful in peace. You become powerful in pressure. You ever notice how the greatest stories, the greatest victories always come with struggle? Nobody gets to success without a fight. Nobody builds a legacy without sacrifice. The pain is proof that you're working for something worth having. You've got to understand, growth doesn't happen when everything feels good. Growth happens when you're stretched, when you're tested, when you're pushed beyond your comfort zone. Pain is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Most people quit right before the breakthrough. They feel pain and they back off. They get uncomfortable and they stop showing up. But champions, they lean into it. They use the pain as fuel. They look at it and say, if it hurts, I'm getting closer. Because that's what it means. Pain means you're breaking through the layer of average. It means you're walking into new territory, a level that most people never reach because they stop too early. You've got to change your relationship with pain. Stop fearing it. Start respecting it. Every ache, every tear, every moment where you want to scream and give up, those are the moments that define you. That's where the real growth is happening. When your legs are burning and your lungs are on fire and your heart's pounding out of your chest, that's when you're rewriting your limits. That's when you're building your future. See, pain is the alarm clock of purpose. It wakes you up. It reminds you that you're alive, that you're in motion, that you're becoming something. If you've ever felt lost, stuck, or numb, then you know pain is better than nothing. Pain means you're fighting. Pain means you're chasing something that matters. Pain means you care enough to struggle. You can't skip it. You can't avoid it. You've got to embrace it because that's the only way through. You can't ask for strength and then run from the weight. You can't ask for success and then hide from the grind. You can't say you want greatness and then complain when it hurts. That's part of the deal. You want to be powerful. You've got to be uncomfortable. You want to be respected. You've got to earn it through pain. You want to win. You've got to bleed for it, cry for it, sacrifice for it. That's how champions are made. Every single person you admire has walked through pain. They've cried, they've fallen, they've doubted themselves, but they kept going. They didn't see pain as a stop sign. They saw it as a milestone. Every rep that burns, every night you can't sleep because your mind won't rest, every day you feel like giving up, that's life testing your commitment. That's life asking, do you really want this? And your answer can't be words, it's got to be effort. So when pain shows up, don't run from it. Lean in. Push harder. Remind yourself that pain doesn't last forever, but quitting does. The pain will fade, the soreness will pass, the exhaustion will ease, but the results, the pride, the strength, that lasts. That becomes part of who you are. Pain is temporary, but the lessons it gives you will stay with you for life. When you're tired, when you're hurting, when it feels impossible, understand that's the signal. You're in the right place. That's the cost of leveling up. You can't pray for growth and then get mad when life sends you pain. That's how it works. Every struggle is building something inside of you that can't be built any other way. It's making you tougher, wiser, sharper. You're tired. You're tired. Good. You're in pain. Even better. That's how you know you're on the right path. That's how you know you're not standing still anymore. That's how you know you're alive, pushing, growing, evolving. You don't have to enjoy the pain, but you've got to respect it. Because pain is the gatekeeper of greatness. It's the sign that you're doing what others won't, going where others can't, and becoming who you were always meant to be. So the next time it hurts, smile. The next time you want to quit, remember, pain is proof that you're getting stronger. That means you're closer than you think. Don't stop now. Don't back down. Keep pushing. Keep grinding. Keep believing. Because pain doesn't mean you're done. It means you're becoming. And that's exactly what you came for. You say you're tired. Good. Because that's where it begins. That's where greatness starts, right when comfort ends. Comfort is the silent killer of potential. It feels good. It looks safe. It sounds reasonable, but it steals your hunger. It numbs your drive. It lulls you into mediocrity while convincing you that you're doing enough. Comfort is the enemy of every champion who ever lived. If you stay comfortable, you stay average. It's that simple. You've got to understand something. Comfort and success don't live in the same place. You can't chase both. You can't say you want to be great, but keep running back to what feels easy. Every person who's ever reached something incredible had to leave comfort behind. They had to trade soft pillows for sleepless nights, warm beds for cold mornings, safety for risk, and excuses for execution. Because the truth is, comfort doesn't challenge you, and anything that doesn't challenge you can't change you. You say you're tired. Good. Because the weak stop when they're tired, but the strong keep going. The difference between those who dream and those who achieve is how they respond when the feeling fades. Everybody's motivated when it's convenient. Everybody's locked in when it's fun. But champions show up when it hurts. They push when it burns. They grind when nobody's clapping. That's the difference. That's what separates the real from the fake. You think success comes from talent. No, it comes from endurance. It comes from staying committed when every part of your body and mind is screaming, stop. It comes from understanding that the only way to grow is to keep moving forward, even when it feels like you have nothing left. The grind doesn't care about your feelings. It only responds to consistency. It only rewards those who push through the pain long enough to earn respect. Comfort whispers, take it easy. It says, you've done enough for today. It tells you, you deserve a break, but comfort is lying to you. Comfort wants you to settle. It wants to keep you right where you are, comfortable but unfulfilled, safe but stagnant. Comfort doesn't want you to win. It wants you to survive. And survival is not success. You weren't built to just get by. You were built to dominate, to grow, to stretch, to conquer. That doesn't happen in comfort. When you feel tired, when the grind starts to wear you down, when the voices in your head start saying, why are you doing this? That's when you know you're in the right place. That's when growth begins. You've got to flip the mindset. Stop thinking tired means stop. Tired means you're transforming. Tired means you're in motion. Tired means you're living the life most people only talk about. The ones who never feel tired are the ones who never push themselves past average. You've got to choose discomfort daily. You've got to train your mind to crave the struggle, to welcome the hard days, to find purpose in pain. Because comfort breeds complacency, and complacency kills progress. When you feel pain, that's not your body breaking, it's your limits breaking. When you feel tired, that's not weakness, it's transformation. Every rep you finish when you want to quit, every day you show up when it's hard, every time you give effort when nobody would blame you for stopping, that's what builds the mindset of a champion. Stop chasing easy. Easy won't teach you discipline. Easy won't test your heart. Easy won't prepare you for the weight of success. The world doesn't need another person who quit when it got uncomfortable. It needs people who can keep going when it hurts, who can show up even when they don't feel like it. The ones who can fight through fatigue, through doubt, through fear. Those are the ones who change everything. You've got to get addicted to progress, not comfort. You've got to get addicted to purpose, not pleasure. Because comfort is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts forever. You'll never regret working too hard. You'll never regret giving your best, but you will regret quitting too soon. You will regret every time you listen to that voice that told you, take it easy. You'll regret every opportunity you let slip away because you wanted to stay comfortable. So yeah, you're tired, but tired is where growth begins. Tired is where legends are made. You've got to keep going when it's not fun, when it's not easy, when you're not inspired. You've got to keep going because your purpose demands it. The comfort zone is crowded, but greatness is lonely. And that's why it's rare. That's why it's valuable. That's why it's worth every drop of sweat, every late night, every early morning, every moment of exhaustion. The strong don't run from discomfort. They chase it. They seek it. They use it as the forge that builds their strength. They know that comfort will never make them proud, but overcoming discomfort will. So if you're tired, good. If it's hard, good. If you're uncomfortable, perfect. That means you're doing something right. That means you're alive, you're growing, you're on the path to greatness. So don't you dare stop. Don't you dare back down. Don't you dare retreat back to comfort. Because comfort won't give you what you're chasing. It won't fulfill you. It won't make you strong. It won't build your legacy. The only way to win is to keep going, especially when you're tired. The pain, the fatigue, the discomfort. It's not there to stop you. It's there to shape you. And if you can keep going through that, you'll become unstoppable. Your feelings will lie to you every single day. They'll tell you that you're too tired, too stressed, too busy, too hurt to keep going. They'll whisper that maybe you should rest, maybe you should quit, maybe this isn't for you. But you've got to understand something. Feelings are temporary. Discipline is permanent. Your feelings don't care about your goals, but your discipline does. Feelings are like the weather. They change every day. But discipline, real discipline, is the anchor that keeps you steady when everything around you is shifting. You can't let how you feel dictate what you do. Because if you do, you'll never finish anything. You'll never reach your potential. You'll only work when it feels good. And that's not greatness. That's convenience. The problem with most people is they think success is emotional. They think they need to feel inspired to move. But discipline doesn't wait for inspiration. Discipline moves because it's committed. Discipline shows up no matter how it feels. Discipline says, I made a promise and I'm going to keep it. That's why you've got to train yourself to operate on principles, not emotions. Your emotions are like waves. They rise and fall. Some mornings you'll wake up ready to conquer the world, and other days you won't even want to get out of bed. But your purpose doesn't change based on your mood. Your dream doesn't shrink just because you're tired. Your goals don't disappear just because you don't feel like it. You've got to remind yourself, I'm not doing this because I feel good. I'm doing it because I'm committed. The people who win in life aren't the ones who always feel motivated. They're the ones who stay disciplined when the feeling is gone. They're the ones who keep grinding after the excitement fades. They're the ones who work through exhaustion, frustration, and boredom because they know consistency beats emotion every single time. Feelings will make you stop halfway. Discipline will make you finish. You can't afford to be led by your emotions because emotions will always choose the path of least resistance. They'll tell you to take shortcuts, to play it safe, to stay comfortable. But discipline chooses the path of growth. Discipline chooses the hard road because it knows that's where strength is built. You'll never build anything meaningful if you quit every time you're uncomfortable. You'll never grow if you only move when it's easy. You've got to start mastering the voice in your head. That voice that says, take a break. That voice that says, it's too much. That voice that says, you can't do it. That voice doesn't deserve to lead you. You've got to replace it with a stronger voice, the voice of discipline. The voice that says, keep going. The voice that says, I made a promise to myself and I'm going to keep it. The voice that says, I'm tired, but I'm not done. There will be days when you don't feel like showing up. Days when the grind feels heavier than usual. Days when your body aches and your motivation disappears. But those are the days that define you. Anybody can work when it feels good, but not everyone can push when it's painful. Not everyone can stay focused when they're discouraged. That's where the separation happens. That's where you build the mental toughness that nobody can take away from you. Discipline doesn't care about your feelings. It's about your focus, about showing up for yourself even when nobody's watching. It's about keeping your word. Even when it's hard, discipline is not glamorous. It's not exciting. It's repetitive. It's the early mornings, the late nights, the boring routines that add up over time. It's the uncelebrated work that makes the results possible. You've got to learn to love the process more than the praise, because praise fades, but discipline builds you forever. Feelings will tell you to look for validation, but discipline will remind you that your worth is proven through effort, not attention. You're not doing this for applause. You're doing it because you made a commitment to be great. You're doing it because you refuse to waste the gift you were given. Discipline is the muscle that makes everything else work. It's what gets you out of bed when it's cold. It's what makes you run that extra mile when your legs are burning. It's what helps you focus when distractions are pulling at you from every direction. Discipline is what separates those who wish from those who win. It's what builds confidence, because every time you keep your word to yourself, you prove that you can be trusted. You've got to become the kind of person who does what they said they do, no matter how they feel. That's power. That's control. That's freedom. Because when you master discipline, you stop being a slave to your emotions. You stop being tossed around by every bad day, every disappointment, every excuse. You stop being reactive and start being intentional. You start leading yourself. So when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you don't feel like it, remember, your feelings are temporary, but your results are permanent. Don't let a bad mood ruin your momentum. Don't let a moment of weakness destroy a lifetime of work. You don't owe your feelings obedience. You owe your purpose your effort. You've got to keep showing up, not because it's easy, not because it feels good, but because that's who you are. You're disciplined. You're focused. You're unstoppable. You've got to move with conviction. You've got to act like your dreams depend on your consistency, because they do. You can't control how you feel every day, but you can control how you show up. And if you keep showing up, no matter what, you'll build something feelings could never give you: true greatness. You're tired. Good. You feel like quitting. Even better. That's the exact moment that separates the ones who dream from the ones who do. Because it's easy to show up when everything feels good. It's easy to smile when the road is smooth. But when your back's against the wall, when the tank is empty, when every fiber of your being is screaming to stop, that's when you find out who you really are. That's where champions are built. That's where mental toughness is born. You see the pain, the exhaustion, the doubt. They're not signals to quit. They're signs you're growing. They're proof that you're pushing past limits most people never touch. Pain doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're in motion. It means you're alive. It means you're breaking through to a new level that comfort could never get you to. But too many people misread pain. They think struggle means something's wrong. No, struggle means something's happening. You're being shaped, molded, and refined by the fire of resistance. You've got to stop looking for easy. Easy is the enemy. Easy will destroy your discipline. Easy will rob you of your greatness. Nothing worth having has ever come easy. Every legend, every winner, every champion you've ever admired, they all went through it. They faced sleepless nights, long days, rejection, criticism, exhaustion. But they didn't stop. They didn't complain. They didn't look for a shortcut. They pushed through because they understood the truth. Everything you want is on the other side of tired. When you say you're tired, what you're really saying is you've reached the point where most people quit. And that's good news. That's your edge. That's your advantage. Because if you can keep going when others stop, if you can keep grinding when others fold, if you can stay focused when others lose sight, you'll win every time. The world doesn't reward the most talented. It rewards the most consistent. The ones who don't quit when it hurts. The ones who keep moving even when there's no applause, no recognition, no validation, just pure willpower. You've got to rewire your mind to see fatigue as a milestone, not a wall. When you're tired, you're not finished, you're just getting started. Because tired is the place where the average turn around and champions dig deeper. Tired is where you meet the real version of yourself, the version that doesn't rely on comfort, the version that doesn't need motivation, the version that moves with purpose. You've got to start thinking differently. You've got to start asking yourself, how bad do I really want it? Because if you want it bad enough, tired won't stop you. Pain won't stop you. Doubt won't stop you. Excuses won't stop you. You'll find a way when everyone else is finding a reason to quit. You'll crawl if you have to. You'll drag yourself across the finish line if that's what it takes. Because the truth is, nobody cares how you feel. They care what you finish. Nobody remembers the one who almost made it. They remember the one who showed up and refused to quit. The tired version of you has to learn how to keep moving. That's how mental toughness is forged. That's how greatness is created. It's not in the highlight reels or the victory speeches. It's in the unseen grind. It's in those late nights when your eyes are burning, but you're still studying. It's in those early mornings when the world's still asleep, but you're out there chasing it. It's in those lonely moments when nobody believes in you, but you keep believing anyway. You've got to take pride in the pain. You've got to find strength in the struggle. Every rep you push through when you're tired builds a stronger version of you. Every early morning you show up when you don't feel like it creates a level of discipline most people can't even imagine. Every time you keep going when your body says stop, you teach yourself that you're in control, not your fatigue, not your fear, not your excuses. Because here's the truth, tired is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. The pain will fade, the exhaustion will pass. But if you stop now, if you give in, that regret will haunt you for life. Regret doesn't go away. Regret whispers to you at night, reminding you of what could have been if you just kept going one more day, one more rep, one more hour. Don't let that be your story. Don't let tiredness steal your destiny. You've got to fight tired with purpose. When your mind says stop, let your heart say go. When your body says quit, let your spirit scream, not yet. When everything in you wants to walk away, remember why you started. Remember the sacrifices you've already made, the hours you've already put in, the promises you've already spoken over your life. You didn't come this far to quit now. You've got to keep pushing even when the finish line feels far. Because one day, that tiredness will become strength. One day, that pain will become pride. One day, you'll look back at this moment and realize it was the turning point, the moment you could have quit, but you didn't. And that decision, that small choice to keep going when you were tired, will be what changes everything. So the next time you feel tired, smile. Because it means you're in the right place. It means you're working. It means you're pushing past the limits that used to define you. Tired isn't a signal to stop. It's proof that you're on the edge of growth. And if you just push one more time, if you just dig a little deeper, if you just keep moving through the fatigue, you'll find the version of yourself you've been chasing all along. Keep going. Tired is temporary. Greatness is forever. You're tired. Good. You've pushed, you've fought, you've stumbled, and yet here you are, still standing. That's what matters. You see, too many people think success is about winning all the time, about feeling good, about being motivated every single day. But real success, the kind that lasts, the kind that builds legacies, comes from pushing through the moments when you have every reason to quit, but choose not to. It comes from saying, I'm tired, but I'm not done. You've got to understand something. Every person who's ever achieved greatness had their breaking point. Every champion has been tired. Every winner has felt exhausted, overwhelmed, and doubted themselves. but they made a decision to keep moving when everything inside them screamed stop. That's what separates those who wish from those who win. When you're tired, that's the moment life tests you. That's the moment it asks, how bad do you really want it? And your answer can't come from words. It has to come from action. You've got to learn to embrace the fatigue, because that exhaustion, that heaviness, that ache in your bones, that's not weakness, that's growth. That's your body and your mind transforming. The grind doesn't break you, it builds you. The long nights, the early mornings, the setbacks, the failures, they're not punishment, they're preparation. Every struggle is a signal that you're leveling up. Every drop of sweat is proof that you're paying the price most people refuse to pay. When you say, I'm tired, what you're really saying is, I'm close. Because tired is what happens right before the breakthrough. Tired is the body's last defense before you rise to the next level. It's like the universe saying, show me how bad you want it. And if you can just push one more time, if you can just take one more step, you'll step into a version of yourself you didn't even know existed. The version that doesn't make excuses. The version that doesn't fold. The version that refuses to be ordinary. You've got to stop asking for it to get easier and start demanding that you get stronger. Because life's not going to hand you comfort. It's going to hand you challenges. Life's not going to ask if you're ready. It's going to test you until you prove it. Every time you choose to keep going when you're tired, you're proving that you can be trusted with more. More opportunity, more success, more responsibility, more purpose. But life won't give it to the ones who quit early. It gives it to the ones who show up tired, broken, hurting, and still grind anyway. That's what mental toughness is. It's the ability to perform under pressure, to stay focused when it hurts, to keep pushing when there's no immediate reward. It's not about pretending it doesn't hurt. It's about saying, yeah, it hurts, but I'm still here. It's about turning pain into fuel. It's about deciding that no matter what happens, you will not stop until you finish what you started. Because real success doesn't come from talent. It comes from resilience. It comes from grit. It comes from heart. You've got to remind yourself why you started. Remember that dream, that vision, that fire you had in the beginning. It's still there. It might be buried under exhaustion, under doubt, under disappointment, but it's still burning. And the only way to fan that flame back to life is to move. Action creates energy. Movement creates momentum. Every time you move forward, even when you're tired, you're breathing life into your dream again. So don't you dare stop now. You've come too far to turn back. You've survived too much to give up now. The pain you feel today will be the strength you carry tomorrow. The exhaustion you feel now will be the proof that you didn't quit when it got hard. Because here's the truth. Nobody remembers the ones who almost made it. Nobody celebrates the ones who gave up halfway. The world remembers the ones who kept going when it didn't make sense. The ones who pushed through when they had every reason to stop. The ones who were tired, but finished anyway. So yeah, you're tired. That's good. It means you've been fighting. It means you've been putting in work. It means you've been chasing something real. But don't let tired make you weak. Let it make you wise. Let it remind you that your body may slow down, but your spirit doesn't have to. Because your spirit is built to endure. Your heart is built to overcome. When you wake up tomorrow and the weight of the world hits you again, tell yourself, I've been here before. I know how to keep going. Because the same strength that got you this far will take you further. If you just don't quit, you don't need perfect conditions. You don't need endless motivation. You just need to keep moving when it hurts. That's the rule. That's the truth. That's the habit that builds unbreakable people. You're tired. Good. That means you're doing something right. Now take a breath. Wipe the sweat. Square your shoulders and keep going. Because you're not done yet. You're just getting started.